I go from zero to $30,000 with my AI products live on this channel. I launched my AI SaaS 3 days ago, so we'll talk first about the results and then on the plans that I have. Now, I do honestly consider it a bit of a bummer because I was expecting more. And I know that probably this is not the right, mindset to have, but I'm just, sharing everything that I think. And I hope it's going to be helpful for some of you guys. Now, first about the financials. The launch was 3 days ago. It's like 3 nights, so 4 days. And here, if we go to the one prompt, you'll see that I have 57 paid members, which paid $4,400 in total, which is the MRR. I have a great conversion rate, and it might seem like everything is going well. But if you take into the consideration all the things that I'm going to mention later, you will see that it's not that shiny, at least from like what I see right now. First, about the actual deposits, let's call them the deposits or the cash collected that I did. I had two people that wired me $500 for having the system. When I was testing, I was sending kind of pre-launch campaigns asking people, to wire me like $500 deposit, and then actually when we're gonna launch, they will get access because they didn't have an ability to join on the webinar. And I was pitching them from 2.5 to 3.5k, right? So, and if I would just get two, I would make like more money. Now, obviously, this is the MRR, and we cannot count it that way. So, regarding the updates, I also obviously updated the course. I added a lot of the materials to the Start Here section. We added, the transfer from high level to one prompt, just because this is very important and a lot of people were asking about this on the webinar and then on the live call that we did yesterday. Okay, so also added the way the cancellation policy when people cancel the subscription, aka the license in school, right? They automatically get subscribed to the actual one prompt subscription, right? Inside the software, just because a lot of the folks will not know that when they unsubscribe from school, they will lose access to the actual software and to all of the automations builds they did. And maybe if they created sub accounts with us, all the clients will lose access. So this is like a double verification. And a few more, I think, on the setup side. I also did recreated the VSL multiple times. I created it like 3 times, and I was going through the similar presentation that I was doing on the webinar, just faster, straight to the point, and more value driven. I know that it's kind of long. I would love to have it like 10 minutes. Maybe I will, but I think since this is not as simple as like just joining and getting the templates, I wanted to give people a broader view. That's why I did it. And other than that, this is everything regarding the actual license and school. I did publish a video on the YouTube here titled, Top 6 AI Agents Worth $10,000. I was kind of mixing the title, and I also did the Beehive newsletter and sent that I launched the startup. Now, so this is why I say that it is the bummer, and I'm actually pretty sad on the results. We essentially got, let's say, 60 people. Okay, 60 people in 3 days. Might seem like pretty good result. What I don't like about it is that it is the launch, and I was expecting more. Now, how do I going to get clients and how do I gonna reach 250 members that we have been guys talking with you for all of the past videos. This is the goal, right? Which will result in 20K, so not 30K that I'm saying in the beginning of the video, but okay, so this is the goal for the recurring value. We need to have 250 members. Right now, we have 50, 60 paid members. So it's 20, what? It's 20%, right? So it's 20, yeah, so it's 20%. So we are done 20%. But what I don't like is that it was an official launch. And a lot of the people kind of saw it. And this is maybe what I don't really understand because I'm new to info coaching business space and especially the SaaS, is that people need to be reminded on certain feature, and a lot of them don't really understand what the one prompt is. So I'm probably overestimating the amount of people that knew about it. But I mean, it's probably because, you know, my last videos are shit. And if you know, this is the video, and I'm not sure, like, I mean, my videos were getting 2K views on average, and then I did the launch video, which was, you know, okay in terms of, you know, click-through rate and the view duration, which was, you know, a recording of the webinar that I did. Maybe it's not the best way, you know, to have it, I get it, but like 1K views, that's unfortunate. So obviously we didn't have a lot of traffic. This next video is also not performing well. I did update all the descriptions to have a link, like if you want to get access to 6 ready to sell AI solutions. So I updated everything, and this is what will drive people into the school. But when I start to count it up, like to reach 250 members, and let's say my goal is to reach it, my goal was to reach it in 1 month, but let's say 2 months. And again, guys, so I know that, you know, 2 months to $20,000 might seem like a very optimistic timeline. I get it. But the thing is that I have the audience. And for right now, we're talking about organic growth based on my reputation, which I hope does exist. And I see that it does exist. Like, people respect me. But when it comes to converting it into money, I like, it feels like I struggle with it, you know, and I'm trying to understand, like, where is the problem? It's, yeah, like, if we simplify it, if I go to the settings and if I click the dashboard, so this is the total amount of visitors on my page. Bro, like, this is an awesome conversion. The top school communities have probably like 4%, okay, 4% conversion, maybe 3.5, right? So, and I will probably have 2.5. So this is the conversion after the webinar, and because of the pre-launch, right? So because people that were visiting the page already knew about it. So right now, from my content here, on this YouTube channel, I have the link. This video is also, like, on this channel are not performing well, so I guess you guys don't really like this format, but I don't care. Sorry, I recorded for myself, but I still mad that, you know, people don't watch it. I know I'm kind of weird, but yeah, but so I don't know. So I need to get much more visitors to the page. Like, this is just the reality. Like, I just need to get, like, visitors to visit the page so that they buy, because, like, what do I expect if there's, like, no visitors? So how do I drive it? Now, I would do the newsletters, and I have 2. So obviously I have the one prompt one, which is the internal software where I was doing the pre-launch. So we have almost 600 members here, and this 57, like, members are probably, you know, from these guys. So it's like 10% from the newsletter from this. It's really good. Now, I like hope will, you know, convert. So here, this will be the official newsletter for the one prompt, where I will do the update. So we decided that we will do every 2 weeks, like, a new update to the actual suite. And here in the school, we were running the poll, as you can see, where people can vote for the next feature. And it seems like the next feature will be the VoiceFlow omnichannel agent that is easier to implement. And the second one is human in the loop. And in 2 weeks, this is going to be, version 1.3. And I'm planning, to also like keep people here active and updated on the new things. But I want to add new members here. One of the ways is to repurpose them from my main newsletter, right? But again, so on the main newsletter, my last post is performing as shit again. I don't know why. So everything was going well. See, I don't know why it's happening. Like, this is just the reality of, like, again, like probably like launching product, and it's just unfortunate that this is just a standard title for all of my newsletters. As you can see, they had like 45, 44, 43% open rates, but now this one is gonna have like 39. I mean, okay. So same thing for the YouTube. I launched it, now I don't have the views. If you check the likes ratio, I don't understand why people don't like the content that started to not like my content that I post. Again, like, I'm sorry for crying on this channel, but again, so I never had like 16 likes for 400 views. Usually until it's 400 to 500 views, the ratio is 10 to 8%, so it should be 25 to 30 likes minimum. But now it's for like 16. On this channel, on Eugene AI, this is very sad. Okay, that's like super sad. If you look here, we have 500 views and 5 likes. So and I'm pretty sure I know personally these 5 people. These are the guys that support me everywhere, like in school and on 99 Players. I can name their names, but other than that, so it feels like, and so if anyone watches the video, guys, I want your opinion. I'm never like delete anything. I will probably be mad, but I swear to God, like, I will listen. I need the hard truth, and I want like to you to tell me, is this so? Am I like, my pessimism is not like the right thing to do? That like people don't like it, they want to be over optimistic, or like what? Like I'm just trying to understand, because I felt like this is the content that I would want to watch, like the raw reality of like launching a digital product. And I'm calling it as a startup just because this is not the community. I consider it as an actual startup, an actual software that I'm gonna grow, and then that I'm planning to do the paid acquisition channel, more content, the webinars and stuff. But when I talk, like, the content is what bring me here, right? So the content allowed me to make like this sales, and I do appreciate. So I really truly love each one of you guys, my subscribers, the people, like, I do appreciate you guys, and I like I do appreciate like you watching, but I also want to understand that, like, I mean, if you say that this is not the content that we want, I mean, I probably will still post it, but I just maybe it will change my views or change my expectations or something like that. Because again, so if we look objectively, what is the chances of me reaching 250 subscribers? So it's, what are the chances of me getting 200 more subscribers, 200 within 2 months? So I need to have 100 in 1 month. So I need to have 3 per day. Okay, these videos on this channel are published every 2-3 days. We'll see how it goes. So like essentially every new video should be 10 new members. So for example, right now we have 93 members, and it was here for like 2 days. So essentially these people joined the first 2 days, and then it was empty, so it was nothing. And I do really believe, and mark my word, the next video that I'm gonna do in this channel, I will probably have like 97 subscribers. So it's not gonna be 103, probably. Just because, why? It seems like, okay, so I did the launch, right? So it was the spike. But now, people stop, like, I'm not going viral. My posts are stagnating. So the newsletter is okayish. And again, so even from the newsletter, now, for you guys, and this is again, so I get the clients to my agency from the newsletter, but like think about it deeply. I had, like, if we go to the performance, I had 2,300 people that like know me. These guys know me. Like, even if we have like 1,500, 1,500 people that actually know me and read me like a lot, do you know how many people subscribe from here? Like 2. And yeah, so sure, from this 1,500, there are a lot of them that like are in one prompt, but I'm sure there's like, let's say 200. So now it's still out of like almost 2,000 subs, out of the 2,000 views, and maybe even 1,000 attentional views on the newsletter, not on the YouTube, on the newsletter, that people trust me and gave me their address, I got like 2 subs. Do you know how I know that? Because when I started to post it, it was like 91 or 90 subscribers. So now I presented my new thing, and like no one cared. And I know maybe why, because like here I did just like this thing, right? So then I was talking about other things. So it's not like a proper explanation what it is. And see, okay, if we go to the performance, we have the clicks. So we have 100 clicks. So 100 people clicked here. So 130, and let's say 30 are like from, other newsletters. So because they would not like click to the same thing. So, and out of the 100 that click, like 1 or 2 bought. So, I mean, that's unfortunate. And if I'm gonna, okay, so I can technically send, but I'm not gonna send a newsletter every week trying to promote it. It's not gonna be, the right thing. Maybe what I can do is I can share the case studies that I've been like doing through the one prompt and like share it that way. But I don't want this to be like an actual promotional newsletter. So the newsletter is not like where the question is, how do I get in a week? So I need 25 subs. So how do I get 25 subs in 1 week? If this one post, if I do like even, let's say 1 post a week, or let's say I'll do 2, from each post I'll get like 2 subs. Now we have like 5. Maximum. YouTube, okay, but the YouTube is as you can see, it's total trash. I don't like, it seems that I don't have the home runners. I don't have like 10K users. So see, it seems impossible. Like it just seems that it's impossible to get 100 subs in a month plus. Okay, now, so let's think about it. What is possible, right? So this is the negative side. So let's try to find the positive side. So what can I do? What's like, stop crying as a fucking little whatever, who, and let's try to create a plan. Now, so we have webinar strategy, right? So from the webinar, I had 50 people join. That's great. Now, can I do the webinars every week? Probably not. Every 2 weeks, yes. So what I was thinking, if I am planning to do the versions, so can I do the updates on a live webinar? Yeah, technically, but is it like just talking about the updates? Probably not going to be relevant to new people. Maybe it is, but again, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. But can I just use the webinar as a strategy? Probably yes. So can we do webinars every 2 weeks? And on these webinars, because that webinar that I did, it was a pure promotion. Like it wasn't a lot of the value. So it was the value, like I was like explaining what's possible and stuff, but I wasn't giving like something tangible. So it was the actual one prompt. Now, it's not gonna work. Like maybe someone will tell me that it is, but I just don't believe that it's gonna work and people will be interested. So what I can do is I can do some live builds. So what I was thinking, okay, so if one of the most popular solution that people are obviously interested in is the omni-channel, so how about we'll do, like, for example, the next webinar on the live, I will live create the omni agent from scratch, and I would do it through the voice though, and then I would use one prompt to connect it, right? So because it's already been built, right? So it has been built here, and I will like actually go to the voice though, and then just literally like show how easy it is. And I really like this. Like when I say that, it gives me some hope because it seems cool, like because from scratch, like I in an hour I'll build a pretty interesting bot which is operational and can be really sold. But what I need to do is just create from the voice loop from scratch, and here I'll just go and say, hey, this, like, I'll go here and just replace the API key and do a few modifications and say, if you want to do the same, you need to get that one prompt, right? So it's a great selling point to show something in action, right? Now, it seems like a really good idea. And if from the webinar I got 50 signups, it was the launch. So let's say I'll get 30. So if I manage to get 30 somehow, and I do it every 2 weeks, now I have 60 in a month. And I'll be like, and probably I'll get 40 like once a day from the organic content. I mean, maybe. So now this becomes real. 30 in 2 weeks. In order to get 30, I would say that, because when we had like 50 from there, so we had what, like 150 viewers, and we had 500 signups, which was a trash show up rate, but okay. Now, so I would say it's the same thing, right? So if we do the same thing, it's probably going to be 30, since maybe there will be already people that joined, they are interested, right? And maybe just people that are, cannot pay. So now we are talking about like this same thing. So I need to have a 500 registrants every 2 weeks. Is it possible? I don't know. And now, like, I have the newsletter. So even like if I announce it like here, right? But I don't like want to spam it here, so probably it's gonna be like, this will be the main newsletter. So from here I can get like 100, but again, so 500 new for 100 like existing ones. That's hard. Like I had the 500 like here, but obviously like from there, sorry, Jesus, where is it? So from here, I had 500 or something. Sorry, yeah. I'm not sure. I had another folder, another browser. So from here, right? I mean, so from there, for these, like, only 150 actually view it. So maybe I should do that. But what I can promote it on LinkedIn. So through the engagement posts and get the engagement this way, boost it up. But I really like the paid ads. So see, for some reason, I feel like I want to get to 250 with organic, right? I really want. Like, this will show me, because this is the number. Like, I want to get 20K. Like, I really do. Like, I really do need to see the $20,000 here, MRR. And that I did it with organic content. Because from there, I'll understand that, okay, so I have the power in organic. I know how to do that. I can scale it up, but if I want to do it faster, I'll do the paid ads, because I really have not a lot of the motivation to just start running the paid ads when I see like this number. because of the proof of concept. Maybe 20K will show me the proof of the concept, because the next stage is the 100K, right? MRR. I know that's probably the wrong logic, but it's just what I'm thinking. So the paid ads, and again, so what paid ads? Paid ads on the school, it's not gonna work. By the way, so I already installed in here. So I already installed the Facebook Pixel, right? Where is it? Meta Pixel. So I can do the retargeting. I can do the retargeting. But again, so I want to start running ads when I reach to 20K. If I can do that now, but about like, I would, so promote, like, for example, promote the webinar, right? So it's possible. And again, so if we think, but now if we promote the webinar to the cold audience, it's not my audience. Now, probably the conversion rate is going to be lower. So if we were thinking to have 500 registrants and have 30 booked, which is a lot, again, so it's like, it's 8% from the registrants, not show ups. So it's a lot. I would say, no, if we can get 800, but 800 every 2 weeks, that sounds crazy. Okay, so 700 registrants every 2 weeks to get to 30. Like, bro, like, this is sound ridiculous. Like, I mean, 700 webinar registrations every 2 weeks. That sounds ridiculous. I don't know. Like, I don't know. So if I can get 200, so let's say I get 200 organic. I know, like, 200, I can get it. Like, 200, I can get. 700, I need to turn paid ads. Now, paid ads will do the creative, and to have like 500 members sign up for the webinar. I'm not sure what the price is. Like, what, like $2, $3, $4? Let's say it's $2 in a good scenario. So in $2, I'll spend 1K on attracting 500 registrants. So in total, with the organic content, I'll have 700. And from the 700, let's say I'll have 25 purchases. Okay, so 25 purchases for $100 will result in 2,500 MRR. So let's say we'll increase this to $3. So here we'll have 1.5K. So we got 2,500 and spend 1.5K. I think it's a pretty nice deal for the SaaS, considering the fact that this is the MRR, and it's probably will result in 5,000 in LTV. So if this will result in 5,000 LTV for spending 1.5K, now this is a 3.2 or something ROAS, which is really good. Not really good, but it's okay. We can, spend gazillions of dollars on this. So it seems like a valid strategy. But now, how do I get subscriber registrants for $3 or $2? I would get the media buyer, and I haven't. But I know it's about the creative, but I just have the weird like internal feeling, and kind of I'm afraid of the paid ads just because of my e-com background. We've been like burning millions of dollars there, and they were like working, not working. So it's like paid ads with the e-com is like a weird thing. So here I have no idea. So it's $3 seems reasonable for the webinar registrant. How 700 to 25, 700 registrants, and again 700. If we do like a really solid like follow-ups, we can have like 200 show-ups. From 200 to 25, now it's like 10%, 12% for $97 or $79 product. Seems reasonable. See, so this all, guys, seems reasonable, and this is why I hate myself for doing that. So I was literally like crying the first part of the video, telling you that I'm a failure, and now this is the strategy. Like now, like, Eugene, why are you crying? Like, just start doing the fucking work. Like, what's up with that? But I try to find the excuses. I'm trying to find, it's not gonna, I need to have 20K now, bro. Like, you just need to fucking start doing the webinars and running the paid ads on it. That's it. and try. Like, bro, I can spend, like, I am ready. Like, okay, I can spend 5-10 grand. Like, okay, so think about it. Like, you just made 4,000, not for doing nothing. This is like my team and myself spent a lot of the time on the freaking one prompt. So we did, and I'm paying the money for the support. I'm like engaging, I'm spending my time. So it's not like nothing, but still, I got the money. So how about, Eugene, you'll reinvest $4,000 into the paid ads? How about that, Eugene? And not will cry like a little baby, because what is gonna do? Like, what is gonna do for you? Like, are you gonna buy what monthly rent, or are you gonna buy with it? Like the like MacBook? So what am I gonna do with this money? So should I just reinvest it into the paid ads and just try this shit and see how it goes? Maybe, but see, I always, that's why probably I am where I am, because this is the valid strategy. Like, now, like, you tell me, guys, I'm not doing, like, why tomorrow I'm not like hiring the media by like starting to, I'm not gonna do. Maybe, I hope I will, but I'm probably not gonna do. So I try to find the excuses, and say, yeah, I because this doesn't motivate, like, this number doesn't motivate me. Like, if it would be 10K now, I would be okay. So, and it's maybe see, internally, I feel like anything above 10K is more like a representation of the success of, like, not financial success, is more like people like it. Like, this is what people need, because I can tell you how great it is, but people vote with money. So, and I feel it, like, I can go one-on-one on the conversation with any one of you, and I would love you to shit on me in the comments, please. I need it. And I can explain you guys that this is, the best thing if you want to go like full speed into the AI and actually like shortcut the path to the success of either, start selling or implementing this thing into your business. But that's me. Like, you need to pay. So, and if you're not paying, it means that it doesn't make sense. But now, like, people are paying, and they will. But for some reason, mentally, I need to see bigger number to just say, yes, this is what people need and want. But I know that it's not correct, like, because again, so based on the stats here, it like, people, like, based on the stats conversion rate, like, this is needed. Like, that's a pretty good conversion. It's just not enough people saw that, Eugene. Like, not enough people saw your offer. What are you talking about? This is what you need to work on. Like, just work on the visitor. Like, try fucking traffic here, bro. Like, and then talk about like the people are not buying, because obviously it's not going to be the conversion. Like, the conversion is going to be like 3% max. I'm pretty sure, like 3% max. It's probably going to be 2%. So yeah, try traffic and see what happens. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you, even though you don't put likes on these videos. At least I would appreciate a comment, even if it's negative. I would love to hear your opinion. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.